Iran says it's closed the Strait of Hormuz. Remember, we're less than a week since the US President Donald Trump declared a deal was done. He said, let the oil flow. And just days since we saw that virtual signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, says the key waterways now closed to all vessels.
So Iran just threatened to completely shut down the Strait of Hormuz, directly defying the US peace deal over ongoing Israeli strikes in Lebanon. So this basically leaves President Trump with a massive ticking clock to save the global economy. Things are currently moving incredibly fast, no doubt. So here's the thing, if you want to stay ahead of this crisis as it unfolds, hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss my regular emergency updates.
Yeah, baby, peace deal, baby.
Let's go. So, why does this all matter? Okay, check this out. It matters because a fifth of the world's oil passes through this tiny choke point. But what would a blockade mean? I mean, we are familiar with this already. It's not something new. I mean, if you've been living in Africa or around the world or in the US, as I would imagine, you would already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking increased, bro, listen. A true blockade means catastrophic inflation for the US, a total freeze on manufacturing in Asia, and skyrocketing energy bills across Europe. Not to mention Africa's food and fuel crisis as fertilizer shipments out of the Gulf grind to a halt. We even heard CENTCOM, is it? We've heard them claim that Iran doesn't control the strait, but the military reality says something completely different. It says otherwise. This puts the US in a dangerous double role. How, you may ask? Well, I mean, it's not as deep as you think though. But I mean, listen, before we do that though, I'm gonna need you to do something for me real quick. I'm gonna need you to double check if you subscribed to the channel already. If you haven't, could you please do that right now? A lot of work goes into producing this video, so I would sincerely appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Now, back to the video. Trump is positioned as a neutral mediator here. How? Well, the US is actively enforcing the lane with warships while trying to bribe Tehran with a $300 billion peace fund in Switzerland. I guess a lot of us have already heard about that. About J.D. Vance's trip. Is it J.D. Vance's trip to Switzerland? I'm going to cover that on in another video. Let's continue. But the deal is already fracturing. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu refuses to pull troops from Lebanon, prioritizing Israel's border security and his own political survival over Trump's global energy goals.
I say to the leaders of the world, no amount of pressure, no decision by any international forum will stop Israel from defending itself. As the Prime Minister of Israel, the one and only Jewish state, I pledge here today from Jerusalem, if Israel is forced to stand alone, Israel will stand alone.
Iran views this as a total breach of trust by the American alliance. So what this basically means is that Trump is cornered for the time being, but he's literally cornered. He's even threatening to impose heavy US tolls on the strait if a final deal isn't reached in 60 days. So here's my question to you. Can Trump force Netanyahu to pause, or will Iran pull the trigger and choke the global economy? Drop your comments below. I want to hear what you all think. And as always, until next time. Hey.
We got 16 million barrels out of the Strait of Hormuz in just the last 24 hours. That is basically to where it was before the war even started. And so that suggests that the straits really are open. Now, what I would believe is that if a ship was going near a minefield, either our Navy or somebody else's Navy, there are a lot of countries other than Iran who are in the region, might say, no, don't go there because there are mines there. And what the MOU contemplates is a 30-day period where we demine the straits, where we open up the traffic there. But no, we're not seeing any evidence that the Iranians are still closing down the Strait of Hormuz. It is going to take some time to clear those mines, though.